good deal of the stock was largely due to Vane's pertinacity, and said something for his acumen, but both had been trained in a very hard school. As the wooden houses ahead rose higher and the sloop's gray hull grew into sharper shape upon the clear green shining of the brine, Vane broke into a snatch of song. Had I the wings of a dove, I would fly, just for tonight, to the old country. He stopped and laughed. It's 9 years since I've seen it, but I can't get those lines out of my head. Perhaps it's because of the girl who sang them. Somehow I felt sorry for her. She had remarkably fine eyes. Sea blue, said his companion. I don't grasp the connection between the last two remarks. Neither do I, Vane admitted. I suppose there isn't one. But they weren't sea blue, unless you mean the depth of indigo when you're out of sounding. They're Irish eyes. You're not Irish. There's not a trace of the Celt in you, unless it's your habit of getting indignant with the folks who don't share your views. No, sir, answered Vane. By birth, I'm North Country. England, I mean. Over there, we're respectable before everything, and smart at getting hold of whatever's worth having. As a matter of fact, you Ontario Scotsmen are mighty like us. You certainly came out well ahead of those city men who put up the dollars, said Carroll. I guess it's in the blood, though I fancied they would take the mine from you. Vane brought his paddle down with a thud. Just for tonight, to the old country, he hummed, and added, It sticks to one. Why did you leave the old country? That's a blamed injudicious question to ask, but you shall have an answer. There was a row at home. I was a sentimentalist then, and just 18, and as the result of it, I came out to Canada. His voice changed and grew softer. I hadn't many relatives, and except one sister, they're all gone now. That reminds me, she's not going to lecture for the county education authorities any longer. The sloop was close ahead, and slackening the paddling, they ran alongside. Vane glanced at his watch when they had climbed on board. Supper will be finished at the hotel, he remarked. You had better get the stove lighted. It's your turn, and that rascally Siwash seems to have gone off again. If he's not back when we're ready, we'll sail without him. Carroll, accordingly, prepared the meal, and when they had finished it, they lay on deck, smoking with a content which was not altogether accounted for by a satisfied appetite. They had spent several anxious months, during which they had come very near the end of their slender resources, arranging for the exploitation of the mine, and now, at last, the work was over. Vane had that day made his final plans for the construction of a road and wharf by which the ore could be economically shipped for reduction, or, as the alternative to this, for the erection of a small smelting plant. They had bought the sloop as a convenient means of conveyance and shelter, since they could live in some comfort on board. Now they could take their ease for a while, which was a very unusual thing to both of them. I suppose you're bent on sailing this craft back? Carroll said at length. We could hire a couple of Siwash to take her home while we rode across the island and got the cars to Victoria. Besides, there's that steamboat coming down the coast tonight. Either way would cost a good deal extra, Vane pointed out. That's true, Carroll agreed with an amused look. You could charge it to the company. Vane laughed. You and I have a big stake in the